Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Detroit Lions. The AFC's Pro Bowl kicker from a year ago, Jason Myers, will get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Wentz. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at
all. Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's pulled in at the 32. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Now a give right side. It's Hines, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
50 to Mike, 50. come on.
And he rifles
Definitely
one incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Yeah. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Now it's Breida, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
No. Great. Check 24.
Elliott. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And it's 3rd down. Mike Ariel, backman. Waiting! Get him!
Throwing now is Wentz. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
On first down, here's Breida. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Tighten down. There you go.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Solid. Run. Watch twist.
Now Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw, it's Wentz. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Watch out for Hill on the return. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again.
Oh, my gosh, throw
it. And down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Breida, he'll try the right side. 9 yards on the gain there, and it's going to bring up a tough 3rd and 7. Third down. Here's Haskins. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's Breida. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Lions on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
But I ain't going to have no quarterback.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
You're going to have to give up more, too, for the Haskins.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you, okay?
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Kyler Fackrell. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now a give coming right is Breida. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz, and Woods has it complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Now Wentz. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been terrific so far.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. Now it's Hines. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Hey, watch the slant.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. A give to Michel running right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
This is Breida. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll try to run with Breida. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Matt Breida in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Hell, Kadard on the score, 23 on him. It was on the Chiefs.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm.
Wentz.
A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kyler Fackrell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Haskins to throw. That one caught by Ellison. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Here we go again. Check 26, check 26. Any weapon. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is the good.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. And that is incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They're going on 4th down. Haskins. He is going to find Hill here. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. They run with Breida. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They run again with Breida. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Matt Breida with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Another run with Sanders. He finds an opening past the 40. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Miles Sanders with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he will lose lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Haskins will throw. It's Hill, complete. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. Haskins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Breida. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. That'll be complete to Breida.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And he's got this down to the 35. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 35-yard line. Now Haskins on 1st down. It's caught by Sanders. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. Gets this one to Hill. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Listen.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give to Breida. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
He was brought down by Jimmy Ward. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 10.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Haskins. This one's complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 26. The Lions on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They run with Hines. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Here we go. Back man. 120. Gold.
Hey, check 24.
Here we go. Split that.
They'll run with Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
82, 82.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Check.
Ram.
Tight dog.
They'll run it with Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40, and he takes it all the way up to the 47. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Kansas City.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's find two.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Linebacker Anthony Hitchens there on the stop.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Hey, 57.
Right there.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Keep playing hard.
Go. Black.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, 3rd best in the league, and they're going again.
One set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Sunday.
Mike 5-4.
46 down, man. 5-4.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Open man is Uzomah. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Haskins going to try to throw it. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Lions, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Foot on the gas, I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas, I will not crash. 100 yard dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal.